Hey guys, this is Pat from Database Comics. So we have three announcements today. First, we're continuing the Batman's greatest feats till March. Um, the second announcement is, of course, the fact that we are planning on mixing them up with other feats from other characters from DC and Marvel. And then the third announcement is that we're still doing our ads to invite advertisers to advertise with us. So if you're looking to advertise for a video game, media, or any other kind of product, you can contact us on our advertising rates page. And let's get into it. So Superman Volume 2 214. So this is probably one of my favorite Superman stories of all time. This is actually the comic that the Superman for Tomorrow comic is a story arc that actually gave me the initial idea for my website. It used to be called For Tomorrow actually. I started it in January 2019. And then in the summer of 2019, I switched to Database Comics. But this was essentially the first idea that I got for this website was for Tomorrow, and it was primarily about popular entertainment and reviews and that kind of thing. And then in the summer, I switched to more talking about not just popular entertainment but comics, and also thinking about creating a database of feeds for comic characters. So for today, we have Superman from the New Earth Continuity, Post-Crisis Superman. And we have one of my favorite feats of all time. One of the reasons I really like Superman in the arc for Tomorrow is that his powers are well defined. They are not that they are limits, but they are well defined. He's able to actually he claims to be able to destroy predators. He's able to fly into outer space and aid it. He's able to fly at supersonic speeds on Earth. So it's well defined. It shows just how powerful Superman can really be when he's done right. And then, of course, it's also shown as somebody who's very capable scientifically. It's shown just how intelligent he is as a Kryptonian. He's able to, invent very advanced technology to solve some world problems and things like that. And really, here, this is where Superman really shows what he's capable of doing if he really applies himself. In Superman 214, titled For Tomorrow, Part 11, Superman performs an intelligence feat. In For Tomorrow, 1,300,000 humans were transported to Metropia, a pocket dimension in the Phantom Zone with Superman's Vanishing device. During the final fight against Zod, Superman tells of the creation of the Vanishing device. I think this comic would probably make a very good movie with Zack Snyder at the helm and with Henry Cavill, because it shows the idea of how much Superman was trying to live up to the promise that his parents entrusted in him with trying to make a better world. How much intelligence does it take for Superman to create the Vanishing device? And then here he actually created the Vanishing device at the suggestion of his wife. She was trying to say what would happen if the world was about to explode. Would you build the rocket ship for our child? So he was like, okay, I think I'm going to actually build something. But the thing is, he realized that it was too big of an invention to create, and he made himself forget. So only Lois knew about it. And essentially, the Vanishing device is able to open wormholes on Earth to Metropia, which is a pocket dimension in the Phantom Zone. So let's talk about the feed in question. Let's see. This is our calculations. Superman created a vanishing device. We calculate the energy of 1.3 million wormholes in order to estimate Superman's intelligence. First, let's calculate the energy necessary to create 1.3 million wormholes in order to get an idea. So according to BBC Future, it will take 100 million years of the sun burning in order to create a wormhole. Just one wormhole will have the sun have to burn for 100 million years. When a vanishing device was triggered, it opened 1.3 million wormholes in Earth. Let's calculate the energy produced. So the energy produced is actually interesting because I had to calculate the energy released by the sun per second, multiply that in years, and then get it in seconds actually, because that's just the watts, and get it in seconds, and then actually also multiply it by the size, but how many wormholes were created, which was 1.3. And also they said that it was, but I had to assume that a grapefruit is about 6 centimeters in diameter, so that's about 3 centimeters in radius, and the vanishing device is about 30 centimeters in radius. So and then I had to divide by each other to get a proportion for, because it takes about 100 million years to create a wormhole the size of a grapefruit. The 100 million years of the sun burning to create a wormhole the size of a grapefruit. So I have to multiply that by the size of the vanishing device. I assume that essentially a wormhole will be created and be the size of the vanishing device. Now, according to Wired, the Cray T3E supercomputer used 5% of NASA Goddard Space Flight Center's 32 gigabytes of data in order to create a simulation of the sun. Let's calculate the solar simulation data for 1.3 million wormholes. So our simulation data is about 32 times 10 29 bytes times 0.05 divided by year, month, days, hours, and seconds. So I initially calculated the simulation data to be 1.6 something to the 9 bytes, but when you divide it by 1 year and get it in seconds, you get about 51.44 bytes per second. Now that's just the simulation data for one wormhole, because you had for the sun. Now for a wormhole, the sun will have to burn for 100 million years. And we did the calculation above just to get an estimation of how much energy 1.2 million wormholes with the size of the vanishing device would produce. So that's about multi-galaxy level. And then for 1.3 billion wormholes, you would have to multiply 51.44 bytes per second times 1.3 million suns times 10 to the 8 years, and then you would have to actually cancel out the seconds to get the data in bytes, and you will get 6.68 times 10 to the 15 bytes, so that's 6.68 petabytes. So if you assume that Superman actually created a vanishing device in 1 second, which he probably did, you would get 6.68 petabytes per second. Now, if you get it in intelligence, if you want to, when you think about it, his intelligence is probably higher, just because I actually make this comment later in a rating. But let me finish up the calculations. In intelligence, Superman processed at least 6.68 petabytes per second of data in order to create the vanishing device. In order to create 1.3 million wormholes, Superman had to generate an inventor level of intelligence. That's what I was saying, and I actually said that at the top here. So I said for the rating, in the issue, Superman created a vanishing device and super robust in the flashback. Also, the Vanishing device opened 1.3 million wormholes to Metropia in the Phantom Zone. Relevantly, the Creative 3E supercomputer used 5% of NASA Goddard Flight Center's 32 gigabytes of data in order to produce a solar simulation. Now, here is where I actually read it. Importantly, supercomputing processed the equivalent of 6.6 petabytes per second in order to create a Vanishing device, enough 2.6 million times the processing speed of 5G internet. So that's just how fast his processing speed is. Now here is where I actually add a comment. Likely the fit is unquantifiable since the Phantom Zone is outside space and time. So in the comics, the Phantom Zone is supposed to be either outside space and time or even an extra dimensional location in the DC multiverse. Now, if you look at DC database, they say that actually is supposed to be located. It's supposed to be equivalent to the Greek Hades. So it's either some spiritual dimension or some zone outside the universe that cannot be quantified. So that's why I say that the field is unquantifiable. But for all intents and purposes, even just to be able to create a solar simulation, you would need at least 6.6 petabytes of data. So if you evaluate that in second, you would say that Superman's intelligence field is actually inventor level. That's it for today, guys. If you enjoy our content, please continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel and or follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and then of course rock your fandom.